Hi, I'm Anna. I'm a high school senior. Ever since I could talk, I've been interested in dogs. I always thought that people who have dogs belong to this cool, mysterious community. And I also thought that having a dog must be the best thing in the world. I figured that I'm not alone with thinking that. So may I ask how many of you have dogs at home? It seems like many of you agree with me. I'm sure that many of you already guessed it by now that I must have a dog as well. Actually, I have had 2 dogs for the past 7 years. I came to the conclusion that a dog does not have to be trained in order to provide support to its human other half. This is why I think that we should allow them in more public places. Last year, as my school project, I conducted many interviews with people whose dogs had important jobs. Some of them were service dogs, but not all. The original intent of my project was to write a book about service dogs. However, in the end, I ended up adding one extra chapter, which was filled with interviews that I made with mostly service dog owners. I noticed a common theme in their answers. Both untrained and service dog owners recognize mental support as the biggest advantage of having a dog. Mental support meant a feeling of comfort, safety, and habit socialization to them. I realized that I experienced the same things through my own 2 dogs. One of the interviews I made was with the mother of a little boy who was living with autism and had some other challenges. This little boy could not talk and did not start to walk as an average child would. They had a yellow lab who was a rescue and who was not trained. This lab helped the boy turn to his stomach the very first time by letting him hold on to her and by being interesting enough to catch the little boy's attention. Then she helped him to learn to walk by letting him lean onto her and by again inspiring him to follow her. Eventually, this dog helped the boy to say a few words by being very patient and by being a dog. By being a dog, I mean that some of us have much easier time talking to dogs because dogs do not judge humans. They might judge some other dogs too. Later in his life, this dog also helped the boy to handle his anger, to sleep, and to go out to meet people. This dog had that endless love and acceptance to offer towards her little owner who was struggling. This story suggests that untrained dogs may be able to provide us with very important support. In the past 2 years, I moved back and forth between 2 continents. Each time I moved, I had to leave everything behind. Whenever I or the humans in my family needed a little bit of extra comfort, my dogs knew how to cheer us up. For example, when we first moved here in the United States, my youngest sister did not speak English at all. It was a very challenging time for her because she spent most of her days silent and feeling lonely. For the first 6 months when she went to school, since she wasn't able to talk to anyone, it was really hard for her. There was a teacher in her school who brought her dog in sometimes. Her dog was their class pet, so my little sister got to meet her as well. My little sister's actual teacher noticed that when she was around this dog, she was much happier and more relaxed. After 6 months, my little sister was talking like it was never even a challenge. She was talking even better English than I do, since she doesn't even have an accent. The dog provided my sister to have a common ground with her friends. She was even able to break down some of the walls she had up. Once those barriers were broken down, she was talking to everybody, like it was never even a challenge. These stories raise the question, what is the function of dogs in our modern society? Several thousand years ago, we were hunting together with dogs. That is when our coalition began. Up to a few decades before today, dogs were still kept to protect properties, to hunt, or to pull sleds. In the 21st century, we still have dogs surrounding us in our homes. However, most of them do not do such jobs anymore. They are companions to us. They provide us with support, comfort, and they help us with our difficulties. Maybe that's their new main job. We should not underestimate the importance of this new job. An untrained dog can help an autistic child to start talking and walking. A class pet can help a child to open up and to speak a new language. Who knows how many other great things untrained dogs could do? The next step for the evolution of dogs is to help us in new ways. My therapists are unprofessional and are four-legged, and I would like to introduce them to you. Alfie and Lily. I think that my speech would have been much better if they were here the whole time. Maybe we should allow dogs into more public places so they could do their new jobs more effectively, to not only help to their owners, but to others as well. Like every change, it has to begin with small steps. Those who have the power to make the bigger changes will only make those if they see our demand for it. So next time, when you leave from home, take your dog with you. Let's make this world a more supporting, accepting, and loving place for all of us. Thank you.